to raise the sales tax to try and generate additional revenue for spending on homeless services. But the county already spends millions on helping our homeless community, and Rachel O'Brien from OpenTheBooks.com is joining us live to explain a little more here about what's being done right now. But let's go back first here, Rachel. Thanks for being with us. What was that proposal that was shot down exactly?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Evan. So this is a proposal that would have added 1/8 of 1% to the sales tax. So the county sales tax is 8.375. This would have brought it to 8.5, and it was defeated. It would have raised 1 extra cent for every $8 spent on purchases. And that revenue would have created a dedicated stream of funds to expand the help for Clark County's homeless population. But there was no specific plan for how to spend the money. It wasn't going to go to any specific program, which is one of the reasons the commissioners voted against it. So the proposal didn't even get to a vote, rather. They discussed it and said that there weren't enough commissioners to vote for this at the time.
You're talking about the money that would have been available. Let's talk about the people that would have been helping here. So we know many cities, many counties nationwide do an annual homeless count in January. What do our Clark County numbers show?
The numbers are terrible. You know, we've talked about this before, and I know you guys have reported this independently. They keep going up. So this census includes both unhoused or street homeless and housed people in shelters or transitional housing. So last January's count was higher than ever reported in Clark County, almost 8,000 people. So that's up 21% from the year before. It's a huge increase. It's up 46% since 2022, 56% since 21. So the numbers were going down for a while 10 years ago. They were just going down. They were in the 6,000s and the 5,000s. It was a good trend, but they've been increasing since 2022. And part of this is due to the lack of affordable housing. You have almost 42,000 eviction filings last year. That's up 42% since the pandemic. So when landlords provide 1 week of notice and they kick a renter out, they're homeless. And so that's a big problem.
I mentioned before I tossed it over to you, Rachel, that Clark County already pays and contributes millions towards homeless services. How much exactly? How much money are we talking about here? It's
hard to get a true number, but we know in terms of contractors, we asked the county for this. Last year, they paid $39 million to companies, outside companies, to provide services like housing, homeless outreach, counseling. The year before that was $36 million. So that doesn't even include paying any of the people who work on homeless services for the Clark County Social Services Department. That department has a $112 million budget this year, $112 million budget this year. Obviously, not everyone in social services works on homeless services. The records don't say exactly how much is spent working with the homeless, but it's a lot. We can assume it's a lot. It's tens of millions of dollars every year at least, again, plus almost $40 million to contractors. So a small portion of that is subsidized by the federal Housing and Urban Development Department. Last year, they got the county $15 million spread over 3 years. So it's a small chunk being helped, with federal dollars. And just to compare to the city of Las Vegas, they paid vendors about $19 million for homeless services last year compared to the 39 in Clark County.
You say small chunk, but it is a top priority. We've heard it from our new mayor, Shelley Berkeley, saying it is her top priority here in the city of Las Vegas. I know Clark County administrators put it at their top of the agenda as well. She's Rachel O'Brien from OpenTheBooks.com. We're grateful she joins us here to break down everything you need to know with this funding. Rachel, have a great weekend. Appreciate it.
You too. Thanks, Evan.